Okay, here's a different problem using Class C. I have a couple of problems that I want you to do that are similar to this one as well. So again, when we're working with Class C, in the last couple of problems, we knew what the usable hosts and also the subnets were. It is oftentimes that you are presented with a situation where you know how many networks you have, but you're not sure, what hosts you're going to need, or vice versa. Maybe you know the hosts, but you don't know how many networks you'll need to fulfill that. And so we can still solve the problem. We just assume for what we don't know. So we solve basically for what we know. So the first thing that we need to know is we need 25 usable hosts. So we need to make sure that they're usable. And then they're giving us the address of 218.35.50.0. So as we're filling in our problem, what class of address is that? Because it's a 218 and falls into that Class C range, it's a Class C address. So what is the default subnet mask for a Class C address? 255.255.255.0, sorry. And then what do we know? Well, we don't know much. So we need to go ahead and solve the problem. Again, it doesn't matter to me what method you use to solve the problem, but I know I need 25 usable hosts. And I know that if I use the Great Divide method, anything that is to the right of the line is going to be my hosts. So what comes close to giving me 25? Well, and you need to solve for what you see. So whatever's closest. So it's not going to be 16, because obviously if we subtract 2 we have 14. Will 32 work? Yes, because if we subtract 2 we'll have 30. So that's where my Great Divide line goes. And so now we should be able to fill in the total number of subnets, because we know that our total number of subnets is anything to the right of the line. So that means that our total number of subnets would be 8. Again, look out for my wonderful 8s. And then the host address, we know that when we're working with hosts, anything to the right of the line is hosts. We always subtract 2, which gives me a total of 30 usable. So, again, filling in our table, the total number of host addresses is 32. The usable host addresses would be 30. And then how many bits did I borrow? I borrowed 1, 2, 3. So I borrowed 3 bits from the host portion of the address to create additional network space for my devices. So I borrowed 3 bits, and then I need to add up the binary value of those. 128 plus 64 is 192, plus 32 is 224. So that makes my custom subnet mask 255.255.255.224. So we were able to solve that problem. You can also do it just by counting binary. So I need 25 hosts. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So I need 2 to the 5 gives me 32 minus 2. So I have 30 usable hosts. Then what do I have left? Because remember we said that these two numbers, the two superscript numbers, have to equal 8. So 2 to the 3, right? That's what I'm going to have left. 2, 4, 8. So I have 8 subnets. And again, these two numbers, because we're in a Class C, cannot exceed 8, because that's all the bits that I have. So You don't always have to be given both the subnets and the hosts to be able to solve your problem.